Welcome to Life Skills with Louie. Today we are talking about mindful sound. And if you haven't watched the introduction to somatic restructuring, this small section within the whole series, please do that. It'll help to orient you to this somatic embodied work we're doing. And then if you haven't watched the introduction to Getting to Great, there are two introductions, one about mapping your experience and the second one about responding to your experience, which really explains this whole section and what we're doing. We're being aware of our experience and then we're responding to it. And finally, if you haven't watched the introduction to the entire video series, please do that. It will provide orientation to the 5 sets of skills and when to use each skill. So, to dive into mindful sound, we all have the ability to make sound. And of course, we talk if we're able to, and that's one use of sound. However, sound is way more versatile and there's so much to be explored. The bottom line with the skill is that the use of sound, mindfully paying attention to the sound we make, can have a huge impact on our whole soma, our whole embodied experience. It can lead to the release of emotion, the greater awareness of emotion, and it's basically simply something to explore. There is no right or wrong sound. Making sound, if you're bashful, making it first alone is a great start. If you want to explore ways to make specific sounds, you can take singing lessons, you can do chanting, but really my encouragement here is to explore intuitively simply using sound to have an impact on the way your body feels. This can just be kind of vowel sounds. This can be any sound that you feel called to make. It could be growling, it could be laughing, it could be just very quiet sounds or very loud sounds. So we're going to bring mindfulness to sound to bring change and integration to our embodied experience. So to talk about the same mindfulness skills and bringing them to sound, begin to make sound and observe. Bring your attention to the experience of making sound, the sensations that come with making a certain sound. Observe in your body if there's impulses to make different sounds or to change the sound. Describe in your mind the sound you're making and the experiences it's having. Watch for effects. As I make this sound, I notice my body feels more tense or less tense. I feel the sound in this area of my body. Just become curious and notice the way sound has an effect. Or if you're simply listening, more of a self-soothe, notice how different sounds that are being played or sung to you have different effects on you, or sounds of different instruments. Participate with sound, be with it, play with sound, be right in the experience of making the sound, let go of judgment, which we'll get to in a second, but let go of being separate from and connect with sounds that you make. Let go of any judgment, notice judgments, and see if you're able to let go and validate your experience that it's okay to simply make sounds. We lose that permission in our acculturation, and this is an opportunity to bring it back. Again, especially when alone or with other people who are open to this type of practice. One, mindfully focus on the sound, focus on the effects of the sound on the body and different areas of the body, and focus on the experience of making sound. Effectively keep in mind your visions for your life and have the sound serve those visions and goals. Notice your vision and your imagination as you make sound, and you can play with imagination and the effect it has on the sounds you're making, or the effect the sounds have on your imagination. Tune into intuition, because you may receive guidance on what types of sounds to make. And notice gratitude for the ability to vocalize and make sounds. Many, many, many of us have had the experience of being either shamed by a culture or shamed by ourselves because we don't meet some standard of, I'm supposed to make sound that's beautiful in X, Y, or Z way. And so we stop playing with sound and then only leave it to the singers to play with sound, which is a real tragedy. So see if you can find gratitude for your ability to make sounds and the effect they have on your body, your somatic experience. Thank you.